All right, Uri Man, good morning. How are you? Hello.
Hi, good morning. How are you?
I think we're all well.
Okay, great. I'm a big fan of the show. Thanks for having me on.
Oh, gosh. Well, thanks for listening.
Yeah. Over here at the Bank Atlantic Center, we actually, when we walk into the building every day, we have 97.9 on and have been listening. Jennifer, I think you've been on since like the 80s in Florida. Is that right?
Yeah, you're making me feel real old, though.
Sorry. Sorry.
Used to do mornings with Bob Barker here in town.
Yeah, me and Marconi were really good friends.
Mm-hmm.
All right, what are you thinking here? A lot of people. Why? Why are you doing this?
Well, that's a great question. I mean, I think my entire life, what's motivated me is to take advantage of every opportunity. My grandparents actually survived World War II and the Holocaust, and my father was a prisoner of war. And I'm the first generation in my family that has this opportunity to grow up without war and take advantage of this great country. And I got the opportunity to work with Patty, who's a world-class matchmaker. Mm-hmm. Right. And she asked me also if I'd be on the television show. So I said, it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. It will be exciting and fun to be on a TV show. I hadn't done that before, and I did it. So I think you only get an opportunity to do something like that once in a while. So.
Yeah, well, but if you want to avoid war, why do you want to get married?
That's a good question. Danny, haven't you've been married before, right?
I believe Jennifer has a question for you.
I ask him how many engagement rings he's bought. Yeah. That's what you need to ask him, Uri.
God.
Right. You set some sort of record, right, Danny? I think.
Yeah. He was a millionaire until he bought all those rings.
Yeah, no kidding.
So did you approach them?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I did approach them.
Now, was it just to find a regular date, and then they came to you for the TV show? And I mean, you're a good-looking guy. How come you can't find a date on a regular day?
That's a good question. It's not that I really can't find a date. I mean, my parents have always been telling me that I should try to work with a matchmaker. I mean, I live in Boca. You know the girls in Boca. But...
Yeah,
it's not easy to find the right person, and when you're looking for, something that's somebody that'll match with you, going with a matchmaker is not a bad idea. I mean, they really get to know you, and they have a good feeling for the people that they interview, whether they're right for you. And I just thought it would be a good opportunity. So.
Well, I've seen every single episode of the show, but I have to know what that Patty's like because she seems like a lunatic.
You know what? I got to know her, and we still text message each other, and she's actually a very nice person, and I think she really cares about her clients, and it's obviously we need a little bit of drama to make the show interesting, but it depicts her pretty accurately. The show does, but she's a great person. I think she's has her heart in the right place.
Hey, what are you looking for? What type of lady are you looking for?
Let's see, somebody who's a generous person, very family oriented, somebody who likes concerts. So I help manage the Bank Atlantic Center here in Sunrise, and has to like hockey. Obviously, I go to all the hockey games. The kind of family oriented is probably the most important thing to me.
Okay. All right. Mm-hmm. What if you find like the perfect woman, and then you find out that she can't stand hockey?
There's always room for compromise. There's room for compromise. I think if you saw hockey the way I do, you'd learn to love it. So.
All right. You ever been in love before?
Yes, I have. Yeah, I have been in love.
All right. So why wasn't she the one? What was the one thing that just made you decide to go your separate ways?
You know what? I put 100% effort into that relationship, and I think ultimately, it ended. She came to me one day and said she thought that I loved her more than she loved me. That's what happened. Wow. And it was difficult, so, but everybody goes through that. It's not easy.
Well, on the show, you always see Patty picks a couple of things out that she finds about the guy, mm-hmm. And then tries to change them before they go on their dates. What did she target about you that she wanted to change?
Nothing really. That I remember. Yeah, nothing that I remember. But you'll have to tune in to see what happens on the show. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I did want to mention, everybody, that I'm going to be celebrating the show and watching it live at Il Baccio Restaurant, which is a new place on 2nd Avenue, just off Atlantic Avenue.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So I'll be there live, and we're going to have it up on the screen, and everybody's invited to come out and watch the show with me.
It's a cool place.
All right. So I'm assuming the show is taped. It's in the bag, and they just got to edit it up, so it's done, right?
Yes, it has already been taped, and I'll be there watching the show.
Okay. Can't ask you to give it away, but I mean,
we want to ask you what happened.
I can tell you that Patty found me a great girl.
Yeah.
Our date was amazing, but you really have to tune in to see what happens.
Oh,
okay.
Right.
All right, we'll do that.
Jeez.
Okay.
We'll do that. 10 o'clock on Bravo. And thanks for the time, Uri. And anytime you want to stop by here, we'd love to have you.
Okay, and if you'd like to come, I know you're a big fan of Poison, so hopefully they come down here and we'll take you, front row.
Hey, how about
here at the Bank Atlantic Center, yeah?
Yeah.
You're making best friends now.
I'll say
That's
do
great.
that. He'll marry you next.
Yeah, no kidding. We'll talk to you soon.
Okay, thanks, everybody.